think I touched the block, homeboys. I'm a homie, Hubbard. I think I touched the block, homeboys. I am number one.
No, but so I'm just like, so what was my childhood name? Mind you, my grown ass friends don't even know my childhood nickname. Like, do you even know my nickname? Mind you, I was called this for 18 years.
Big Tina.
The fuck you
I
throwing
don't
a
know.
pig in front of the
I
name?
genuinely, I don't know. I got so many nicknames. Like,
Big T, no, Tina.
oh yeah, this.
But genuinely, I was called Tina so much, I forgot what my government name was. Until, like, I just wanted to detach from that.
That's actually kind of baller when you like lose track of your whole government name.
Genuinely, I didn't know. I didn't know Justina was my name until like I was going to school writing Tina for years, and no one, the teachers wouldn't say nothing.
I think that's something they would let slide though, because it's like
They didn't care.
yeah.
But no one corrects me on it until like one day I was like, oh shit, that my government name is Justina.
I feel you.
But I don't know. Once I was like, I felt like a new start and a new development. I just was like, I'm gonna be called by my first name. I gotta embrace I always hated my first name.
Really?
Yeah.
Justina is such a like very elegant name.
I appreciate that, but a lot of times people would say Justine because no one knows
Which is
Justina.
kind of.
How do you hear Justina and be like, oh, Justine?
And like it's kind of crazy because like Justine totally changes the tone without the A.
It do, and it sounds nasty, like Justina, which I'm not hating on anybody. That's
No,
named
all
Justine.
respect to Justines out there. Y'all probably pretty great people.
Probably, I don't know, like find out. But it's Justina's less common than Justine.
Yeah.
But also, when I say my name, if you've been around me, where I've introduced myself as Justina to people, and then they're like, "Oh, Christina," I'm like, "It's not what I said." And then I have this awkward exchange going back and forth. I'm like, "No, Justina. Oh, Justine, Justina," and then it's just like we're both looking at each other like, I know you've caught it a few times.
It's been a couple times where you told them and they still call you Justine.
Yeah.
I think they're just so used to like the.
They don't even care to listen to my name. That's how I know when people. It throws me off when people genuinely listen to me say my name, and they're like they'll actually say it back. I'm like, that's how I know people are actually paying attention, like trying to, you know what I mean? Whether that is a friendship or you know what I mean.
I prefer to flip it. I think that they found you so hot that they couldn't remember your name because the Beatles just took over. But I like personally, when it came to my name, fam, I've heard it all. Fucking it up is gonna be inevitable.
I mean, if I were to read it and pronounce it, I could see that. But your name is pretty simple, just to repeat back like a parakeet.
Yeah, but it's something about them trying to remember it, where they're just lost in the water every time. They usually get it by like the 5th time, but I think it's just like they're cool with the Sean part. The Kai part is pretty.
But I've known a lot of Kais growing up in different forms that wasn't like a difficult thing. Also, I feel like this had to been like just white teachers growing up for you.
It was a mix.
This doesn't seem like everyone in the hood knows a Kai.
It was if you knew a Quan, a Kashawn, then that would be no issue. But for the most part, it was like pretty much like white people who were like very suburbanized to a point where I don't think they're not good with like Ebonic acronyms or like
if it's not names. Christopher, James, John, like they're just like Steve. Their brain goes.
Yeah, but it's crazy how they butcher it though. Like it's so wild. It's wild.
I can understand trying to pronounce it because sometimes you know how it be. They be type, spelling out random shit. They be like, that's what that means. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. But if you verbally have said it to a person.
Oh, many times. I've said it to him. I would look them dead in the eye and I'd be like, yo, Kai Sean.
Kai Sean.
K-A-I Sean, and then like 3 minutes later, Cassian, is it Cason? I'm like, oh.
But that's how you know a person really isn't paying attention to you or really trying to like. But like, it's a way to really see who's really trying to really engage with you.
Which I kind of get some sympathy to teachers though, because it's like
they got a lot to remember. That's different.
Yeah, it's like you. This is probably like your 6th year. You know, it's another class in the books for you. So you got to remember a lot of names, both first and last names that might be a little bit too unique to you.
Yeah.
But however, if we locked in for like 5 months and you still calling me Cajun, fam, now I'm feeling like this is direct. This is intended.
Yeah, it's personal.
You still call me Cassine. I gotta question your teaching abilities, because it's like, how can you memorize 6 years of algebra, but you can't memorize 2 syllables of my name that I've told you?
And your name is it spells what it says. It's not confusing. Yeah. But like, I mean, like the interactions where you, hi, my name is, and like they regurgitate something like you just didn't even try to listen.
Yeah, just
like that shit. That's what gets on my fucking nerves. So long people call me Justina, Christina, Christine, and Justine. I was so mad at this one teacher. I think it was like 1st grade. This is why I swore off my first name. My 1st grade teacher because this is like when you're like learning how to write and shit. Like it's 1st or 2nd grade. And I'm writing down my shit. And I put an A on there. And she's like, that's not how you spell your name. I was like, yes, it is. I'm like, it's Justina. And she was just
telling you how to not spell your name. So
I had a card, that says, hi, my name is, and she made me put an E on there. And it didn't matter. I could never sign up for it. This is why I was traumatized by my first name. She's like, there's an E. There's no such thing as Justina.
Did it just Toby you on your name?
They told, said I just I rocked with it for like a solid year. For a solid school year, I just had to just be called Justine, and I would correct my classmates. And then she would yell at the classmates for calling me something different. I'm like, my name.
That's crazy.
It's Justine.
That's crazy. My name is my name.
I've never had to fight so hard.
I think I just became so cool with the fact of like, y'all gonna fuck it up, even though it's like a level 2 name at least.
Did you ever find someone with your name? Like just in passing?
I've never found it with my name directly how it's spelled, but I've definitely met like a bunch of Kaishans, Kashans, Keishans, Kaishans.
Yo, funny shit. Never. I do have a Facebook friend whose middle name is my name. That's how we added each other. For a while, I was like, let me add the Justinas in the world. Okay, we should all unite, right? I want to see my,
Yeah.
I'm number 1 though.
You want to build a unit, a community.
Right, but I just know that I'm head honcho in charge, right?
Right.
That's how I became Facebook friends with somebody. Facebook friends. But 30 years of existing, I moved in this current apartment. This is when somebody was ODing in front of my house. I'm not going to say names of who. This is mid-ODing.
Ooh.
This person who I'm trying to rescue and give them CPR and shit like that. And I'm
mouth to mouth.
No.
I'm about to say that's
no.
Above and beyond that's
no. He was breathing for the most part.
Okay.
But ambulance was on the way. They ended up giving me Narcan, so that's lit. But there was a woman that came walking over. And she's sitting there talking. We're just having this conversation. She's on the phone. She calls the ambulance actually.
Right.
Because I didn't have my phone on me. I just kind of ran out and saw it happening. Because this was a person who I knew around the way. So it wasn't whatever, right?
Right.
She's on the phone. She's they're like, what's your name? She said Justina, and I looked at her, and I was like, it wasn't the moment to be like, you have my name? This is the first time ever in existence I met anyone with my name.
I feel so many. I'm recognized.
Made this guy fucking, the ambulance come, they Narcan him, he just spawns back to life, and
I'm back, bitches.
So I walked back with her, and I'm like, that's crazy. Mind you, I just moved in here, and I was like, I'm your neighbor. She's like, I've seen, this weird how we introduce each other, but, I was like, well, it was nice to meet you, Justina, and she's like, how the fuck you know my name? I was was like, well, you said it on the phone, and I'm like, by the way, we have the same name. She's like, no shit. I was like, I know. It was an older black woman.
Which is kind of what black people with like very white names kind of confuse.
You feel like Justina's a white name?
It's not a white name, but it's just like
because my dad named me,
and he's black.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And like, but it's just like
I don't know. Just
when you hear Justina, when at least I hear Justina.
If
right?
you say Justina Valentine, I'm mad that bitch came out with my name.
I totally forgot about her.
I'm mad she came out with my name.
I'm like, the only Valentine I really know is Brooke Valentine. It's about to be a girl fight. Oh, we about to throw them. Yeah, that's the only Valentine I really know in retrospect. But for like a name Justina, I'm not really picturing someone white. I hope that's not too biased to say.
But what are you picturing as like the ethnicity?
I'm picturing someone completely Barbied up. I'm picturing like a Margaret Robbie, Justina. You know, like
so Valley Girl white is what you're envisioning.
Just like suburban, like mall girl type of white. You feel me?
Okay.
Just like when like I've met like a lot of black women like named Courtney, and I'm like, I would have never guessed that'd be your name.
Courtney's be slowers though. They be
damn.
What Courtney have you not known that
under fire?
You know what? We're talking about names. Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not met a Courtney that wasn't on some hoe shit. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Jessica. Jessica be on like spaced out in a different world.
I could vouch for that. I've met many Jessicas to like realize that
they be on some shit. It's not even just some hoe shit. They just be on some shit.
Yeah, like, but like Courtney, I don't know. I've met a few Courtneys. I met either a Courtney that could fight, or I met a Courtney that is like always fucked up, like always in like a life, like altering situation.
Yeah.
Every time, like even a fresh Courtney I've met is like, oh, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Like, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, just got kicked out of my house, and you know,
they just Courtney. Oh, so he's saying Courtneys are all down bad.
Not all, but it's like it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50.
Sarahs are always nice girls.
Really?
That wasn't your experience? Every Sarah I've met was always like nice. I mean, or at least pretended to be nice.
Maybe I've like never met too many Sarahs.
I've met a lot of Sarahs.
I've like, because the Sarah I'm getting is the impression of Sarah from Ed and she's like mean. You feel me? She's a bitch.
Okay, every Ed is slow though.
Every Ed is on the spectrum different.
Just okay, all right. Probably not slow, but just definitely on the spectrum.
I would say like they got like definitely some sped qualities. I ain't gonna hold you.
and
like I think like I think it's just like because freaking Eddie is a bag chaser. All right, I think he's just locked in.
But how you a bag chaser but don't get the bag though? How he lose the bag? He get it, but then lose it. Like he don't really keep money like that. So,
but here's the thing: when have you never seen him do the same grind?
He be grind, but he not good at it though.
But he got the thing is that he's not good in that area of money management.
He's a bad scammer. It goes back to like the ones hacking Facebooks to do random shit. Like it's not any different.
I think this might be a controversial take. I think the other Eds were holding him back.
The intelligent one was the only reason why his shit was getting through. And then he had he had Ed Boy that was the bodyguard, the muscle.
Nah, but like,
so he needed that team to like. He was just the one. He's like, I have the balls to scheme. The other one's gonna pick up the pieces to figure it out.
Double D was always on dick every time he came up with a scam. He was always like, "We shouldn't do this, Eddie."
Because he shouldn't have. It was always some stealing, plotting shit. It was always some finessing shit.
But Eddie was just like, "Let me fucking cook. Let me show you what I'm working with." And I bet you will see it through. You want the jawbreakers, right?
But Ed was correct because every time it failed, every time it failed. And if they get the jawbreaker, they lose the jawbreaker. They never really got it, though.
I would say it would either be hesitation or just environmental occurrences.
Every time?
Remember when he came up with Banana Land? It was a whole thing in the, I think, Monkey World. I thought, this is amazing. He came up with an amusement park in 24 hours. Who's doing that?
But it was with the riff of his team. He really couldn't stand alone on that.
But I have to say that they kind of cooperated. However, I say it would have been a success if they just did like a safety check on some things. Because ultimately, I think what happened was that like somebody got hurt and it led to a series of other things happening. Ultimately, like lawsuit level things happened in their universe where they lost all the money and everything. And we got stuck with a bunch of bananas and shit. I haven't seen this episode in like 10 years, so I don't know if I'm recalling it correctly. But every time he was always after the bag, and it will be a minor inconvenience or something that exposes his scam, if you want to call it that. I'm playing devil's advocate for the Eddie of all people. That messed this shit up. So I just think that, you know, if it was just a one-man show, if it was just Eddie, we would have seen a millionaire in the making. We would have seen him cash out every episode back to back to back.
I guess I'm going to give it to you, but...
What are we talking about? Names and stuff? I just realizing, like, we went on, like, such a weird
I
journey.
love that, but that's generally how we speak to each other all the time. It's just tangents.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of ADHD conversation. That's why, like, don't feel like I'm calling anyone slow because generally we be neurospicy. Yeah.
Welcome to the Homie Hoppers podcast, by the way. We've never introduced ourselves. And quite frankly, I don't care if we did.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
It's ultimately this is what we on. This is our stuff. This is our brains. A little bit of alcohol, but yeah. So all I want to say is, every Courtney I've met either is going through a hardship or could fight. Sometimes both.
But isn't that the same thing? The reason I would just say it's hardship because the only ones that be going through hardship feel like they gotta fight bitch all the time. I'm gonna be real. When you pass 25, you know what? When you pass 23, and your first option is putting hands on hoes.
I think unless you in MMA.
Doing
some career. I think like
unless you're getting paid for. Unless you listen, I don't shit on the girls that be on the Baddies shit. I don't watch that shit. But they at least get the bag for it. They at least get their ass whooping for a reason.
I don't think I do not think they getting paid.
Well, they're getting exposure, which translate into money. Like,
oh my god,
they translate. They do get paid. Everyone on Zeus gets paid.
They get
okay. So spoilers. I don't give a fuck. Anyone that watches Jocelyn's Cabaret.
I've seen so many highlights.
The season finale. I'm obsessed with Jocelyn, and I'm obsessed with that show. So the whole premise of this season in general, right? I just want to break this down real quick.
Go ahead.
Is for the simple fact that, like, this is the first, by the way, 5th season, first time there's a grand prize. Before it was just, you get to be on the cabaret and game shit. You get notoriety. What's good? You know, they're all strippers, you know, having a name out there and then going back to their hometown with that. Yeah, that's going to get them some money. So just, in general, exposure is money. Okay. But this is the first time. She was like, $50K for the one who wins, right? Man, these bitches, this was the most fighty ass season where these hoes was throwing hands. Just boom, 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 boom.
Killing a lot.
Just for like, oh, you said you the baddest bitch here? So you trying to say I'm ugly? I wish somebody would fight me for some dumbass reason for like, cause I say I'm a bad bitch and you take that personally, try to get some more camera time. So I'm gonna really have to drag you for that.
I need to ask because I've seen some crazy highlights from Jocelyn's.
Oh, it's amazing. You should watch it.
And I think I'm getting this right. I think this is from the same one, but it's an old girl who has like stunning takedown technique.
Yeah.
Like she's like the John Jones.
Which one? This season?
No, I don't think it's this season. It was a couple seasons.
Are you talking about the religious one that was like?
Yes.
The one that went viral.
That went full Khabib on.
When I say that bitch I loved her so much.
I genuinely hope she's doing well.
I want you to. I genuinely want you to watch that season because you would like. It's just a bunch of ass and titties and then fighting. It's like I feel like everyone can genuinely enjoy that show.
That's
right?
almost every like reality show. Like,
but like it's more ass and titties, like straight up nip, coochie, everything. They don't censor nothing. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? But that bitch was religious, right? And like was like she was like I don't know why every crazy bitch think that they're fucking Jesus. I've met a lot of them. I've met weirdly a lot of them that they think they're the second coming of Jesus. So like she was like condemning hoes when she sold pussy and is shaking ass, and he's like, I'm the second coming of Jesus, and like the bitch was crazy and fucking them up. Because
every time I see them fight, I'm assuming there's gonna be hair pulling. There's gonna be a little bit of wind.
Nah, these bitches going for
she coming
in. She tackling hoes. She like getting centered. She
changed the dynamic of combat on those shows. Like she was like really wrapping them up. I'm seeing ankle picks. I'm seeing takedowns. I'm like,
I'm
you need
telling
to put
you
her
right
in
now,
the UFC.
you need
like,
to watch it. You would generally. I feel like you generally would like that show.
I gotta see
because it's really fucking entertaining. It's way better than Baddies, in my opinion. But the whole point is, right, that I was making, right? This is the first season bitches are finally getting paid at the finale if they're the best, the biggest and the baddest stripper, right? Tell me why at the end, when there was a whole brawl, bitches fighting left and right, getting dragged, it was a whole thing. This bitch fucking the butt plug had me dying. She was like, I'm about to fight you bitches, came out naked and stuck a butt plug up her ass, and then like
up her own ass.
Yes, and then fighting bitches with it, and then but it had like a tail on it, so like it fell out, which is crazy. That a butt plug fell out with your ass. But then she's waving. This poor security guard. I'm the only one that I feel like commented on this. Poor security guard started like obviously do her job, right? And she just waving the butt plug, and I'm just looking at this security like, her booty juice just flying everywhere.
I never heard nobody do something like
that.
Yo,
she funny because she like, I don't know. It was just, but like, mind you, okay, at the end,
she like, I'm plugged up. Let's get it. Like, what are we?
Jocelyn at the end of her hyping 50 grand. Right? And then she's like, you know what? I'm going to add 25 on there. And I was like, okay, sis, they deserve that. They've been working for this, slaving for it, hoeing out for it.
Right.
Who going to get it? This bitch says, fuck it, I'm going to split it up. 25 each. And names 4 bitches and adds another 25 onto the... Imagine thinking you about to get 50 and you fought tooth and limb, went for it, drag, got your name dragged, all that shit for 50 grand, and then you gotta split it. I was like, this is why Josh said they shit, but I love her for that.
Yeah.
And these old bitches like, yeah, I got something. And I'm like, girl, you gotta rip the fuck off. 25 grand after taxes is nothing.
25 grand? Wait, it was 50 and got split to 25? Who took the other 25?
She split between 4 people. And everyone was cheering up and down. Cause I get it, like that to get close to Jocelyn, you have to suck her dick, essentially. Like
you telling me you went on that show. You got CTE and 2 shots of Henny per episode
daily
for 25 grand.
That's gonna be taxed the fuck
That's
down.
Gonna be you at next you getting like probably 18, maybe. Yeah. And that's
and they're strippers. You make that shit in like what?
You go imagine if you could get a spot at Magic City on like New Year's Eve or some shit like that, you probably gonna make way more. I don't know how stripper economics work.
If you're doing a good job, like if it's a good stripper work, like you make maybe like 5 G's a month. I mean a week. Like if you're a good stripper, like on a basis, I would say 5 G's. I have no experience. I mean, I wouldn't know, but like 5 G's a week, so you'd make that easily. Anyone that's really stripping and doing the damn thing, 18K is nothing, and you'd make that easily.
And you gotta think about it, right? Jocelyn's Cabaret, that show is widely known now. Is it on Zeus?
It's on Zeus.
Yeah,
that became before Baddies.
Yeah. So they gotta be raking in tons of money that is way above the threshold of like 50K even. Like, especially if they lived in, I'm assuming they lived in the house with them, each other, with like, for like, what, 6 weeks?
I did just see something with Wet Wet saying that when she first was on, she's like, if the more seasons you're on, you get paid more.
Okay.
But the first season she was on, she got paid basically $3,000 for like a month worth of work.
$3K?
$3K.
For a month. Is that, so essentially you're staying in them?
You living there for like she said, I lived there, I was in there for like 3 weeks to a month. And we got filmed 12 hours a day. For that long, $3K. $3K.
And you fighting, and your titties is popping out.
So their baseline all getting paid $3K.
You know, it's just like the poor man's like women's tough academy, like of the UFC.
When it's Jocelyn shit, yeah, you gotta fight for that pride. Yo, I'm telling you, it's such a good show.
Oh
I've never been so addicted to a fucking show, and I feel like it's just so much better. I don't like the baddies because there's no real rhyme or reason. There's just like, we're fighting. We don't like each other today. There's no goal. There's no, at least with Jocelyn Cabaret, like it's like, we're stripping. That's the theme. We're strippers. We're doing stripper shit.
Isn't there a Baddies Rochester?
There is, and I would like to watch it. We should like review that.
Baddie? I didn't know if they started filming or not. I never.
No, he did.
Oh, they
the guy from Zeus. I mean, I forget them. I'm actually Facebook friends with them, which is funny enough.
Oh shit.
The guy, or I don't know, maybe we're not. Who knows? But like, I'm pretty sure last time I checked, we were. He's the one who went on Zeus for the Bad Boys Club, and then he was like, I'm gonna bring it back to Rochester, and then I heard that they're filming, but like the girls that they had on Baddies were like, they weren't.
It's Rochester
Baddies. Fam. They were. I wouldn't even say they're Rochester baddies. Listen, we shut on Rochester, but Rochester got some baddies. But what they were showing was like some, I'm from Greece, but I be gargling black balls type energy.
BBC lovers.
Yes. Not that cute, just like dust bunnies. Like it was like, there was a mixture of that and then like bitches from Lyle. From what I saw. And it was like, okay. This is disheartening.
I got worried for a bit because I thought it would just be like all like Henrietta / Grease type girls.
Oh no!
I'm kind of refreshed that they actually went out to Lyle and got Rochester's finest and really like put them in there.
They didn't,
because you gotta have like that sort of diversity. There's a like now if we talking Grease, right?
Yeah.
There's two sides
of. I'm just assuming.
I am too.
That's what
there's two sides of Grease.
Yeah.
Are we getting preppy white Grease, or are we getting white hood rat?
White hood rat, like not the attractive. You know what I mean? It's like it's very much. And it was, I don't know, from the women that I didn't see the whole cast. But like people were like, "Oh, she's in the baddies." This person, so I would see it.
It's baddies. So what do you expect?
I don't know, but honestly, we should review that because that's just funny. It's on his new channel that he's basically trying to make another Zeus.
Yeah,
which I respect, and I like the fact that he brought it back to Rochester to bring, you know, what I mean, money in, you know, in the community. I mean, I fuck with that. But
did you add him as a friend or did he add you?
We've been Facebook friends for like years, but
do you think he would recruit you to be on Baddies? And
I don't think I'm bad enough. I don't think I'm bad girl material.
Like, can I give your measurements to the people?
What is my measurement?
I think like first off, like she's like 6'2".
I'm 6'1".
6'1". Look 6'2".
Don't. Okay.
6'2" in heels. I can say that.
I wear heels often,
right?
But
and like, you know, you got like you have the figure of like a solid center in basketball, which means that you have a very like dominating structure physically. Like I don't.
No, because those girls be shaped like little boys. I got curves.
Yeah, you got curves. Absolutely.
I got an hourglass. Big bitch with an hourglass.
But I'm saying like. But I'm saying like you kind of.
Please go. Okay. All right. Don't play with me.
Exactly. Like
I ain't built like a fridge.
I'm thinking like you. I think you would be very dominating.
I played basketball in high school.
Yeah. I just think like you would probably be the bitch ass in that.
I have.
They would probably have to jump you in order to like get you down.
But that's the problem. Can we talk about it? Can we just PSA for all tall girls out there? It is not fair that you start problems with us, because it's never us. Okay, every tall bitch I've ever came across, it's never us. It's really never us, because we know our strength. Y'all be like on some jailhouse shit. I want to beat the biggest bitch in the room type shit so I can get some notoriety. Stop doing that. Right. Leave us the fuck alone. Yeah, I don't bother nobody. They don't bother me.
Did I know she liked to paint? Did I know she does poetry?
Do not do poetry.
And y'all wanna start trouble with her? She's out here trying to knit.
Listen. I be minding my fucking business. I used to fight in high school. Because I got tired of people picking on me. Because I've been 6'1" since like the 7th grade. Naturally, I'm getting dunked on for no reason, right? But I didn't really start... To be honest, I didn't really get in fights like that. It was only when I was like a child. It's more so I've been fighting men throughout the years.
What's your record?
My record? I don't think I've ever lost.
Never lost?
Okay, no, you know what? I did. My first fight. There was this girl that beat me with a spatula.
A spatula?
And, because she was like a friend of mine. She thought I was fucking her man, and I wasn't.
A spatula is very eccentric to bring.
She brought, because she was hood rat for real. And, all love to this girl because we were still friends afterwards. This is just, I don't know. All love to this girl, but
spatula. She
brought a spatula from our house to come whoop my ass with it. And I was like, girl, I don't want to fight you. And I don't know. So she hit me with the spatula. Wow. And then at some point I was on the floor because I was in a friend's house. And I wasn't trying to like fuck up her, I don't know, me being too conscious, I guess, of my friend's environment. Plus I was staying with this friend because I was homeless. I was like,
she sizzle pressed.
She bit my ass. Like I had bite marks from the back all the way down to my ass cheek to my thigh knee. Like it was extreme.
Oh my goodness.
And I feel like it's because I was like, I didn't want to fight her.
She tried to eat you, gay.
Okay.
She brought a spatula to the fight. She bit you in various places.
Listen, some of these other bitches be crazy. I've never been that.
I'm just like, this is such a bizarre entry to like beef. Like, this is.
But I also had a different other homegirl who would heat up a metal spatula on the stove before she'd go fight bitches.
See, that's some prison shit right there.
I just hung around nothing but hood bitches at the time. Little hood bucket.
I mean, in Rochester.
So like, really they would heat, like I literally watched this bitch want to come over and fight back. She's like, I'm gonna heat up this. Heated it up, was sitting there, and then whooped her ass with that shit. Goodness. And I was like, yo. But listen.
Got flipped by a spatula, like that's. She Krusty Krab her shit, SpongeBob her shit.
She more official than she hit me once, but it was a plastic one that she hit me. I don't know. She just brought a spatula.
A plastic one is even crazier.
We were like,
that's so childish.
We were like 15. I don't know. It wasn't that deep. I mean, we ended up being friends for like years after that. But right. I don't know. The thing is, I'm not a fighter. I would rather not.
I love peace. I love the art of talking shit out.
Fuck that. You're not about to disrespect me. I'm gonna use my words because we grown. As a 30-year-old woman, the fuck I look like.
Yeah.
But if it needs to get there, it'll get there.
Justifiably, yeah.
Justifiably. The only time I've ever put my hands on people lately in the past, like, 7 years is men. And it's either they were like either sexually assaulting my friend, doing harm to a friend. Like it's never been really necessarily about me. Or a little bit about me. You were saying like it's never.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never like. I can't say that. I haven't fought in my adulthood.
Cause who the fuck would fight you? Who would fight this? Look at this man. You fight this man?
Wait, am I supposed to be intimidated?
No.
Oh, am I supposed to be?
Who would kindness, funny, kind, loving.
I'm on my way to a charity. I want to donate.
Literally, that's the face of just.
You really want to fight somebody who rescues cats out of trees for a living?
You would, but he would though. This is why where we met at work, right? Everyone thought he was the golden goose. Everyone thought he was like the sweetie pie, and I was the one corrupting him.
Oh my goodness.
We don't gotta get into
Meanwhile,
that. You know what I mean?
I'm in there getting turned up. I'm
going to work high as shit.
High as I'm talking.
And I'm sober. I don't even smoke weed. I've never been a weed smoker. Never.
Blaze.
High. Buying it at work from another coworker too.
Go on.
Let me stop.
You're not wrong. Shit. At least over the shit with the amount of views getting paid, fam. Like, you better be selling some shit out here. Like, how you living?
Yo, so real shit. Back to those shows, right? You know you're on one of those like bad boys, bad girls shit, right? Mm-hmm. Right. How much would you accept to go on one of those shows? To knowingly that you're gonna have to throw your hands and or get your ass whooped or throw hands.
$20K to show, $100K to win, at least. Meaning, like, for me to be on a show, I need to know there's a guaranteed compensation, or depending on how many episodes. Most of these
reality shows, they're getting compensated, but like a lot of them like know that they know that the money's gonna come afterwards with like everyone going to their social media and like them getting money that way.
I mean, I understand like from endorsements and everything like that, but like as a base pay, knowing like you're going to be here
getting your ass
for 2 months.
Whooped. Yeah.
You're going to be going through a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And is it exactly like the men's version of Baddies?
Yeah.
That's basically the Ultimate Fighter Academy. That's basically signing up for MMA. I could just do that shit. I could literally just join that, and that'll be the same instance.
20K? Okay, I respect it.
20K to participate, which means that if I lose or whatever, I know that like my time on the show is being compensated.
But that's all you're gonna ever be known for is the person who got duffed on the show. I
feel like 20K would cover the territory.
No employers, like that's gonna fuck up your whole life.
50K if it's a landmark moment, then. Like if it's like your L was so noticeable on that show.
I feel like your L would be.
That it's a hallmark of what it made us what we are today. Like it's like the way you got knocked out and then tried to get up and bust your ass on those steps, and then he threw a salad at your ass. Yeah. That was so funny that we gotta compensate you for adding that as a memory.
I just feel like you'd be funny in general on the show, but yeah, I respect your pricing.
I aim to be the comedic relief. Like if it's a laid back show like The Real World or some shit like that, where it's like we don't have to be confrontational, I could definitely carve my niche out with that.
For 2 months worth of work, and knowing me, because bitches would definitely have a problem with me. Because I am vocal. Yeah. I am a vocal person. But I also be saying the truth. Like, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
Okay.
So I know for sure someone's going to run hands with me. It's guaranteed.
So this is a perfect pitch into a Would You Rather question. So would you rather be on Baddies America or Baddies Russia? Have you ever seen Baddies Russia?
There's a Baddies Russia?
There's a Baddies Russia. There's a Russian...
I would not want to be on Baddies Russia. Them bitches don't give a fuck.
They don't.
Russians don't give a fuck.
They do not.
That's just death.
I've seen a season preview of Baddies Russia.
Where are you watching this at?
This is all on Facebook. They just showed me this shit, like,
I need to see that. That sounds amazing.
There's like a preview of Baddies Russia, and it's just like bitches getting beat up and then they kicked in the face.
I don't think I get paid enough to be on Baddies Russia because, like, listen, like America's just ghetto, and I love that. I love that for us, right?
Yeah.
It's different. That's a different vibe. That I don't know if I'd feel like I'd survive. I feel like generally I can hold my own, just defaulting on my size and just who I am. But
and like And usually on those shows, there's like a ref system for the American versions where like
there's at least security that comes in eventually. They're like, all right, they got their hitting moment. I'm gonna come in now. We're gonna
Baddies Russia, you gonna fight them like to head up
to the death.
Y'all not. No one's coming for you until you get knocked out. And even then, if you get knocked out on that show, they're gonna get the angles first. So not only is you getting your kick in the face in slow motion.
I need to watch this.
I gotta find a preview. I'll show you.
There has to be a way
they are
to
very
watch
cutthroat.
Is it in English or is it subtitled?
I don't even think it's subtitled. It's just straight up Russian. It's just straight up, they are going at each other.
I fear a Russian woman more than American woman. No, I see. Yeah, no, it'd have to be American.
Don't let Putin hear that.
Fuck.
Don't let Trump hear that.
Fuck Trump.
Fucking both of this thing, fam. Like
I'm tired.
Way above my level.
I'm tired, yo.
But yeah, like it gets pretty vicious. Anything Russian gets pretty vicious. Like Russian MMA, I keep bringing MMA up, but Russian MMA is just like a compilation of motherfuckers just socking each other at the weigh-ins, at the interview. Anything that you have to do with MMA in Russia is like you have a chance of getting randomly punched in the face here. It's very weird, very bizarre.
I can see that.
But however,
can you open up the oven?
Oh yeah.
Cause I'm making sweet potatoes, and I'm pretty sure they've been in there for like 40 minutes. They're probably black now. Can you take that out? There's like an oven right. There's like a mitt right there. Right, open that drawer. That drawer.
Oh, the drawer.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a drawer?
Yes, open it. Men with instructions is crazy.
This is like
that oven mitt right there. Handles. There's an oven. Yep, you got it.
It's something about women with no handles on their drawers. That's like.
Yes, because I got to design this house. Oh, they a little crispy. I don't know.
Anything wrong with a little crisp? I don't feel safe putting it here though.
You can put it somewhere. That's not gonna go further back.
Put it right here.
Yeah, yep. Just move the tongs, yeah. Sir, you can put that on the counter. You know that, right?
I can.
Yes. Oh my God, I can tell your ass don't cook.
It's not that. It's just it's lack of space here. It's just.
Hi.
I'm just so delicate with your stuff. I don't want to get your counter ruined or.
Okay.
You're wonderful.
You don't just leave it alone. It's fine. All right, just close the oven. Turn it off. Okay. Thank you.
So is it time to eat?
Sure. Let's finish out. So I made some greens, some yams, some mac and cheese, rice, beef stew.
The beef stew, yeah.
Cornbread. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I came here, it was like 70% done. So I had to watch her cook the other portion of the meal. Yeah. Which, like, to me, that's like edging to me as a foodie. That's like...
I don't want to serve it cold. Like, I want you to be here and, like, it's done.
Which, like, I get that. Like, that's why I was just like, you know what? That to me is like, I'm getting it when it's, like, prime temperature. So, good things you have to wait.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, I'm about to throw down. Alright? I got liquor in my system.
All right, give me your phone. I'm gonna put an alarm on there.
That is my phone. Let me just stop recording real quick.
We gotta do our thing.
Which thing? I know there's a thing.
It's the alarm at the end.
Oh.
But my Alexa's not hooked up.
That's right. I think we just abruptly stopped.
No.
Because I don't know how I'm gonna do an alarm. What about your phone?
My phone.
Your phone's so free right now?
My phone is like 1%.
The alarm could be when the phone officially... Oh wait, because you're not using it, so it's gonna always be on 1%.
I'm dropping the ball here.
So, Are we at the ending segment on this
When
one?
it dies is when it lies. But no.
So you're
Can't end like this.
Okay.
But I understand his eagerness because my food do be hitting. Okay,
My
it's not
stomach.
cooking with Kaya, it's cooking with Justina. All right, and they be
Cooking with
smacking.
Justina. Cooking with Justina. It's that. We're dead. Goodbye.